Now, in our previous video, we've been talking about the atomic structure, and we've talked about the subparticles of an atom, which I summarize as pen, proton, electron, and neutron. In this video, I'm going to draw what an atom looks like. Okay, a supposed atom. So it has this outer part. This outer part is called the shell or the orbit. It has another type of shell again inside it. We also have this, and then you have another structure here. Then you have the nucleus, where the mass of the atom is concentrated. You have a structure such as this, and then you have something like this here. You have some structures around this region. Okay, so you have this. Now take note that the ones without charge inside, those ones with charges represent what? Represent what? Proton. While the ones without charges represent what? Neutron. Then around here, in the outer shell, revolving around the nucleus, you have another set of what's it called? Structure, subparticle rather, here. So those particles, you see, they are carrying a sign, okay, which is what? Minus sign. So that lets you know this is called the shell. We call it shell or orbit. Take note, there's a reason why I have to use this word orbit. When we get to the next topic, you will know the difference between orbit and orbital. They are different. So this is shell or orbit, and then we have what we have this, the neutron, no charge, okay? And then this one with the positive, this one is negative. It's called what? Proton. Proton. This neutron and proton are found in the where? Nucleus. So with this, and then this one with charge is called what? Electron. Okay? So this is the diagram of an atom. This is what an atom looks like. With this, we have the diagram of an atom. Inside, where the mass of the atom is concentrated, you have the proton and the neutron. Also, you have the outer part where the electron revolves around the nucleus, which is the what? Which is the shell. And then that subparticle that revolves around the shell to the nucleus, that's around the shell as the case may be, is called what? The electron. Okay, why the shell itself is what we call, why that part it revolves around is what we call the shell or the orbit. Quickly, I want us to talk about something quickly. With this now, we can be able to analyze what we call the atomic number. Atomic number. What is the atomic? This is the number of proton in the nucleus of an atom. So, number one, the atomic number, the atomic what? Number is the what? Number of proton in the nucleus of an atom. So the number of proton in the nucleus of an atom is known as atomic number, and it's represented with what? P. Okay. Number two, we want to look at the next one, which we call the what? Mass number. Mass what? Number. What is the mass number? Okay. This is the number of neutrons. The number, listen now, mass number is the number of the summation of proton and neutron. You see it now? The total number of proton and neutron in the nucleus of an atom. That gives you the mass number. The mass number, we also call it, some text or material calls it nucleon number. Nucleon number. You know why we call it nucleon number? Okay? If you know the reason why we call it nucleon number, I'd like you to write it in the comment section. Give me the answer in the comment section. Why do we call proton and neutron nucleon number? Why do we call it? So the mass number is the number that deals with the summation of the total number of proton and neutron in the nucleus of an atom. So which means you are adding the proton and the neutron, and it is what? Represented as A. Therefore, an atom can be represented as X. And once an atom is represented as X, it therefore means that the atom must contain what? Mass number, which we put as A here, and a what? An atomic number, which we put as what? Atomic number, which is represented as Z. Please, I put P here. Okay, proton, we can represent it as Z, okay? Here. But the atomic number is basically the number of proton in the what? In the nucleus of an atom. So it is AZ. Where this A represent the what? Mass number. Mass number, okay? Why this Z represent the what? The atomic number. Okay? Atomic number. And this atomic number, this Z, this atomic number is the number of proton. Okay? The atomic number is the actual number, the number of proton in the nucleus of an atom. This is the number of the proton and neutron. So which means you are adding them in the what? The nucleus of an atom. So with this, we come to the end of the structure of an atom and its relationship with the atomic number and mass number. So don't forget, atomic number, number of proton in the nucleus of an atom, we can represent it with Z, but it is proton that is made up of it. It's made up of majorly proton, the number of proton in the nucleus of an atom. And then the mass number is the total number of proton and neutron in the what? In the nucleus of an atom, which means you are adding both number, proton and neutron. So you end up getting a formula such as this: A is equals to P plus N. P plus what? N. Is that clear? Where this P is the proton number and N is the neutron number. And this A, let me write it here so that you can see. A will be equals to P plus N, where A is mass number, take this as mass, and P is your what? Proton number, and N is your what? Neutron number. So if they give you a question to calculate, you must work with this formula. Mass number equals proton number plus neutron number, mass number. If you're going to get the atomic number, it will be only the proton number. And I want you to also know this before I round off this video, that an atom is neutral, is electrically neutral. An atom is electrically neutral if it has equal charges. That is, it has the same number of what? Proton and electron. You know, proton will be what? It has a positive charge, and electron have a negative charge. So it's electrically neutral if it has equal number of proton and neutron, because the charges will cancel each other. Do you understand that? I'd like you to follow my Instagram and Facebook, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you. See you in the next video.